Hi, guys. Thank you so much for listening to the Gig Economy podcast. First up, our studio sponsor, Irvine's Auto Repair in Grand Rapids Hybrid, located on Stafford, just east of 131 off 44th Street. They are a woman veteran-owned company with amazing Google reviews. Thank you so much for supporting us. This month of October, they are having a Breaks for Breasts campaign. Basically, what that means is for the month of October, you get free pads or drums, I believe, or $30 towards another service, not oil change. And 10% of that will go to the Cleveland Clinic to help discover a cure for breast cancer, for a vaccine. So that's great. Again, Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid, 532-6600, or you can schedule online, irvines.com. COVID precautions in place. Thank you, Irvine's Auto Repair and Grand Rapids Hybrid, for supporting the Gig Economy podcast. Next up is Oiluber. Go to oiluber.com to get a on-demand oil change schedule. This is an amazing new company based out of Ann Arbor, Michigan. Oiluber.com. Go there, say, I need an oil change. The technician will come to your home. All you got to do is unlock your car, which is amazing, and then you get your oil change. So this is great for anyone listening that's a rideshare driver because, man, getting in line, scheduling something, what a pain in the ass. When you can have somebody come to your house while you're taking some time off, like a break in the afternoon when rideshare is slow. You call, schedule an oil change, they come out and change your oil. I mean, how great is that? Prices are comparable to Valvoline. Well, I shouldn't say Valvoline, but any of those drive-through, drive-up oil change places. Also, you can change oil for Oiluber. How great is that? Go to oiluber.com to sign up as a technician. It's a gig. You do the job. You get paid right away. And coming soon, jump starts. I'm going to do the jump starts. I probably won't do the oil change, but I'm going to do the jump starts because I'm just going to keep a jump box in my car, get a request to come in. Someone needs a jump, especially with this winter coming. Perfect. Go there, get paid, get it done. Awesome. Well, get it done, then get paid. Go to oiluber.com. Please follow their Facebook page. We would really appreciate it. And we thank Oiluber for sponsoring the Gig Economy podcast. And of course, an advertisement for us. Please go to patreon.com and search the Gig Economy podcast. You can support us through Patreon. $5 a month just helps us out. No really perks with that. We need to adjust that. For the $10 a month, you get a piece of merch after a 2-month subscription with us. You get one extra podcast a month, and you get before the scenes chatter, before the show chatter, twice a month, where we're just talking shit and having fun before the podcast starts. So go to patreon.com/thegigecon-podcast. It's such a pain in the ass. Patreon makes you you only have a certain amount of letters like Twitter to make a username, which is stupid. So instead of doing that, just go to patreon.com, search the Gig Economy podcast. Enjoy the show. Hello. Welcome to the Gig Economy podcast. Someone's got a ride. Grab it. Thank you for joining us tonight. My name is Jason.
Gets me every time.
Yeah, and then we got Jesper in the corner.
Hello,
Baby
y'all.
in the corner, and Pete. Thank you so much.
Baby.
Nobody puts baby in the corner.
Nobody puts baby in the corner.
This studio is sponsored by Irvine's Auto Repair and Grand Rapids Hybrid. Thank you so much for supporting us. How is everyone?
Swell.
How often are we going to go, shit, that's a ride? Right there. Shit, that's a ride.
And again.
Huh?
And again.
All right. If you guys can do me a favor, if you can please share this to anyone you like, any Facebook group you might be in. You're probably here because I shared it in a Facebook group, but find another one, damn it, and share it.
I shared about 30 groups too, so I think we're good.
Just now?
Yeah.
We may have double shared.
I'm sure we have.
Also,
hey, Larry and Janet.
Also, if you can watch it on YouTube as well and subscribe and like, we would really, really appreciate it. Jesper, how much driving have you been doing since the last podcast?
Let me think. It's gonna take some time thinking. Nada.
Oh shit. Pete?
Nothing at all.
Nothing.
Nope.
Me either. So we're terrible.
We are experts, and we are out there. We are hitting the pavement, and we are awesome.
Thank God we have like a lot of rides before COVID
Previous history.
Right. So in a couple of weeks, I will have tons of stories, or I'll at least have tons of driving. I'll be doing food delivery and Amazon Flex and all that stuff.
But stay tuned anyways, guys, because we have some pretty cool news tonight talking about some new platforms and everything like that.
I hate when he does that. I look at him like a deer in the headlights because I'm like, what is he going to say?
What's he talking about?
What is he going to say? Yeah, we did. We actually had an interview before this. That was really cool. So, but before we get into the news, I want to play this awesome video of one of our Patreon subscribers. So it's not too long. It's worth it. And then you should join our Patreon. All right, here's Janet.
Hi, Jason. Hi, team. As you can see, the Gig Economy podcast cap has arrived. 35 days from Granville, Michigan, USA to Waitara, Taranaki, New Zealand. Pretty good for standard post. I will wear it proudly, as I'm proud to be a Patreon of the Gig Economy podcast. I've been listening to the podcast live for about 9 months and have been back and listened to the recordings of the GR Rideshare podcast as well. I have learnt a lot from the comments, from the jokes, from the tips and from the stories. I've been able to share those with Rob here in New Zealand, and he joined me as a member of the Telegram group as well. So we have the opportunity often to chat about what we have heard from the podcasts, and it has made quite a difference in us learning about the things that we can do to make our experience a great one. Thanks again for the cap. Look forward to keeping in touch. Bye for now. Bye.
And the lawnmower you hear in the back is not me mowing the lawn. She's in New Zealand, y'all. Like, that's crazy. It's like the furthest. What did we talk about? It was going to be like
other side of the.
Yeah, but how many hours? Wasn't it going to be? Was it like 35 hours or something to get there?
Something crazy.
Something crazy, yeah.
Crazy.
Well,
here's a question.
Yes.
Can you say the name of her city?
No.
No.
I had she sent me an address to ship it, and I had to have some clarification because they don't write it like we do. And I'm like, okay, which is the city? Which is the state? You know, I know it's not a state, but like
so wait, not everybody does it like the Americans do?
No. And I'm disgusted about that.
Hey, Janet, thank you so much. It was awesome, and it's great to share that. And thanks for both of you guys for being a member of our group. It is great. You guys are adding tons of value as well, and it's just really good to have such an active group we have. So what do we have, about 56 members right now?
Oh, no, it keeps dropping. So after a year, if you're not active, it cuts it off. I think we're down to 51, but
still.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. Nothing else, no stories.
The chat's been picking up again as more people are starting to do more gig stuff again.
Yeah, I'm looking forward. I mean, I try to stay in tune while I'm working during the summer, but it's tough. But I'm looking forward to get back into chatterboxing in there and blowing up y'all's phone. And
so you said about 2 weeks you'll be out there full-time gigging?
Yep. I did add a snowplowing job this winter, so but that's obviously not
doing it with
my Honda?
Your Honda? Yeah.
No. There is a plow setup for the Honda Pilot.
Really?
You can buy one. Yeah, I would never do that. But those Hondas already have transmission issues. I'm not sure you'd want to go back and forth. But no, a local company here that they do it's like a bark place. It's called Best Bark and Stone. I'll just throw it out there. And then in the winter, they snowplow.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So I'm looking forward to that. I hope it's a very snowy winter so I can make lots of money.
Yeah, because you still get paid by the time, right?
No, I get paid by the hour.
Yeah, but obviously only when they use you.
Right. Yeah. Right.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
It's not like when you have a snowplow service, you got to pay no matter what.
No. Yeah. Season. Yeah. Yeah. And they made out like a bandit on me last year because I think they were out 3 times. I paid $250, which isn't bad. People act like snowplowing, you're bougie if you got snowplowing service. It's $250 for the whole season. I mean, for my driveway, it's a basic standard residential. That seems super cheap to me.
They want $500 for mine. I've had them out, but I have a double, and they consider that a double, and the exit. I'm too cheap. I'll just do it myself.
Yeah, 500 seems a little steep. But anyways. All right.
What's it called? We digress.
We digress. Irvine's Auto Repair in Grand Rapids Hybrid, located on Stafford, just east of 131 off 44th Street. They are doing No, not boobs. Nope. I even said to myself, don't say boobs. Brakes for breasts. That's hard to say. During the month of October, for every brake service, the brake pads or shoes are free or $30 off any service, not including oil changes. So, and 10% of those earnings go to the clinic in Cleveland to try to find a cure for breast cancer. So that's really good. Irvine's always gives a ton back.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate that.
It's a great cause.
Yeah, we had one of my other friends went and got some service done there. So yeah, go there. When you go there and sign up for service, please mention the Gig Economy podcast, because that helps us and shows them that, we're getting the word out and people are responding it. So irvines.com or 532-6600. You can schedule online. Everything's COVID friendly.
Yep.
That's like an oxymoron, right? COVID and friendly.
COVID friendly?
No, not necessarily.
No, I'm just saying they're taking precautions. They sanitize, all that fun stuff. So we appreciate them being the studio sponsor of the Gig Economy podcast. All right. So what everyone's talking about as we jump into the news. I mean, is AB5 the same as Prop 22?
No, I think AB5 came first.
And
then
did.
Prop 22 comes to kind of help.
So okay, yeah.
I think it's Prop 20. No, it's Prop 25, right?
No, it's 22.
Okay, well, but I think it's all about implementation of AB5.
Okay,
I think.
Yeah. So we're gonna watch a little TikTok video. I'm not gonna describe it at first. I want people to hear it and then just kind of give the feedback on it. So
My California peeps, are you seeing this Prop 22 being promoted everywhere on apps? Apparently companies like Uber, Lyft, and DoorDash and Instacart, etc. has spent over $185 million campaigning in California to vote yes. From my understanding of what Prop 22 does is that it allows companies like Uber, Lyft, etc. to keep drivers as independent contractors. Now, why I'm really suspicious of this movement is because, do you see the Yes 22 site? It is way too nice to be designed by a coalition, if y'all know what I'm saying. Seriously, look at this. It's too well designed. Now, if this passes, there's a lot of hidden clauses the apps don't tell you about. Apparently, when someone sues you under Prop 22, they sue you, not your tech company, and you're liable for all charges. And you have to keep in mind that tech companies control surge pricing, meaning drivers are basically dictated by how they're paid by the tech company, and they don't set their own price, which is what an independent contractor does. If so many tech companies are banding together and calling it a coalition, it's definitely for the benefit of them, not you.
I honestly think that that's all in there anyways. Like them suing us, I don't think they're going to sue. Like, don't you feel like that's already in their terms of service or whatever?
Probably. I mean,
yeah.
It's been too long since I've read the terms and service, or maybe never.
Never. But yeah, I don't know. What it boils down to me is I want to be an independent contractor. Yes, right. By probably the definition in the dictionary, it does not follow true independent contractor because you can't set your own prices. Right. I get that. But what I'm saying is I just want the flexibility. Everyone thinks that they're going to have that flexibility when that passes, and it ain't going to work.
But can you really set your own prices as a true independent contractor? I mean,
you can. If I'm a drywall guy and someone calls, I can charge whatever I want.
True. But you can also then not get any work.
Well, right. I mean, you're right. Yes. Of course.
I want $2,000 to put up one sheet of drywall. Yeah, bye-bye.
Right. Well, you have to be reasonable. But I guess my point is you're not a truly independent contractor. But I don't want to be an employee. And guys, if this passes, how long is it going to come before it comes to Michigan or Florida or anywhere?
I think the big thing is gig economy is here to stay.
Yes.
They're going to find a way around it.
Yes.
I mean, there's no doubt in my mind that the standard 8 to 5, being at the same factory or whatever for 30 years, that is gone. That's dead. It's never going to be there anymore. And we are already seeing change in how people do work, and it's going to continue changing in how people do work.
Yeah.
And it's going to be some kind of a hybrid between the gig economy we know today and the full-time work we know today.
Right.
Where is it going to be? I don't know. But I think right now, the gig economy we see today is very much pendulum swung the other way. And it's going to land somewhere in between of what the two jobs are. So give some flexibility to the people, or to the workers, while also obviously protecting the employers.
So can anyone give any feedback of how this would be good for drivers other than like having, I mean, obviously the benefits, but do you really think that Uber's going to be able to provide all that? Like,
no.
Would they pull out of California?
I don't know.
That'd be weird because they're based there.
Right.
They'd have to
But
move.
I don't think they would I don't think it would matter to them.
No.
They would pull out in a heartbeat if it made sense.
I have a question, and maybe you guys can answer it. Are they back in Austin? Because I know they pulled out of Austin, Texas. Are they back in there, or are they all?
I don't know.
I haven't seen.
Yeah, I'd just be curious. I know there's other rideshare companies in Austin, but I didn't know if Uber.
I know they're back in. What was it, London?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't think they ever actually pulled out of London, right? They were gonna do it, but then they were saved in the 11th hour.
Something like that.
I thought, yeah.
Man, they must have a lot of lawyers on payroll to keep up with all that. I mean
they have to spend all our money with something, right?
Parties. Remember we talked about that?
Sorry, I couldn't help.
All right. So, during this podcast, if you guys want to comment on that, I know there's not too much live chatter going on right now. That's okay. But if you do want to talk about the Prop 22, I want to hear your feedback as well.
Well, and then as that, what do you guys want? What do you think? Do you think Prop 22 would help you? And what way?
Yeah, I mean, the way that the people are saying is the benefits, the fair wages, but I mean, what's a fair wage?
Right.
I'll tell you what. My heart, my gut, dropped though when she mentioned that they sue you instead of the company.
Yeah, but I think they already can do that.
I don't know.
I mean, what are they suing you for?
Right.
A car accident?
Right.
Insurance company takes care of that.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess if you sexually assaulted somebody, I mean, I guess they could go after you, but then you're going to be in jail so that you have bigger problems. I don't know. I just feel like,
can't they take you to small claims court or something for negligence or?
I guess, but I feel like they can already do that.
I don't know.
Well,
this is
small claims is not civil suits.
No, it's not.
So that wouldn't be the same.
Yeah.
Small claims is, I mean, somebody forgot their laptop in your car and you claim you don't have it. And
I just feel that you could get sued anyways. I don't think and again, I just saw this on TikTok, y'all, or maybe
TikTok.
Actually, I don't know. I think I actually saw it on Reddit, but it's from TikTok. I don't know who this girl is or anything. So I just wanted to have it spark conversation.
Yeah.
So.
No, absolutely. Let us know what you guys think. Do you guys think that Prop 22 and a minimum fair wage and moving away from the worker model we have today would help you? Do you think that would help you?
I just feel like it's just I don't know. We could go on and on.
I think
about
it has
it,
to do with what market you're in as well. I think.
Yeah. I
mean, there's no doubt in my mind it would kill Grand Rapids market. I think it would not work at all.
I'm at least I'm glad that they're leaving it up to the residents. Like it's a voting thing. And if they vote now it is. But I mean, if they vote it in, then there's really nothing you can do about it, right?
Stop driving.
Yeah. I mean, you're going to end up stopping driving because you're not going to be able to get on the schedule because they already have enough drivers.
Right. Yep.
And maybe Uber will base it on rating, and all of a sudden, if you have a little bit of an acceptance rate, once you're an employee, they can do whatever, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Well, and then the other side, exactly. Now they can fire you whenever they want to, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they can say they can't, but they can. Hey, I want to say welcome to Nick and Ann and Galen. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah. The volume's down. Yeah, it was getting me some buzz. Galen said, "Wish I could get some rides."
Yeah, how's that going out there? So we just heard that people are starting to slowly start taking driving passengers again, right?
Yeah.
And so we want to hear about that. Are you guys taking passengers? What kind of precautions are you guys taking in your car? Obviously, everybody has to wear a mask. But are you guys doing anything more than that? That kind of stuff.
Jesper and I were fighting before the show about COVID a little bit.
See this red eye?
No, I see this black eye.
Whatever.
And I processed what we talked about, but I wouldn't hesitate to get a divider. I mean, I don't think I would have a problem with that to put one in there.
Yeah, I mean, yes, but is the riders there? Is the drivers riders there yet in Grand Rapids? Are they? I mean,
I don't know. I mean,
I there's lots of times where I see lots of big surges, but at the same time, people are complaining there's nobody there to pick up.
I feel like there's something broken with the surge right now. I've heard a lot of chat.
Yeah, I think they fixed it now, but there was an issue.
Seth on YouTube said, I don't see Prop 22 working for part-time drivers like me. The reason I do this because I can work when I want. That's 98% of why I don't want it to pass, because like I want to be able to just turn it on when I want to.
Exactly. So Miguel is saying that right now there's a promotion going and there's way too many drivers out. So there are, so there's no riders.
Nick is from Detroit. He says it's dead in the D. Yep. Anyways. All right. Let's keep going on. The next article, Jesper.
Hang on.
It's your, sorry, I surprised you. It's talking about
the ships.
Shoppers for the holiday season, which should piss a lot of regular shoppers off.
Definitely. And I was surprised when I read this article because I heard that actually from Sam that it seemed like Shipt hasn't been so busy lately. Well, maybe, I mean, I know they're winding up for a busier season. So anyways, the article goes, Shipt is adding 2,700 new Grand Rapids shoppers for the holiday season. And more than that, throughout the entire country, they're adding just a ton new shoppers.
I wonder if they're all of them that came on with COVID, they've just been shitty and they've already been fired or quit or went back to their regular job or what.
Yeah, I don't know. So, but anyways, the CEO goes, we're embarking on a holiday season like none before and taking proactive steps to ensure we can help American families get everything on their holiday list, groceries, essentials, gifts, home decor, and apparel in a safe, affordable, convenient way. Shipt says that they will continue to keep shoppers safe by providing PPE equipment such as gloves, masks, and hand sanitizer, and they add that financial support will be offered to those who may be unable to work as a result of COVID-19. So I guess it's okay, but I hate to create another situation like we're having right now with Uber, where there's way too many people out there and nobody has anything.
Well, right now the Shipt app has 5 orders.
That's it? Open?
In the metro.
At like 9, it's 9:30. It's getting a little late.
I mean, it is a little late, but I mean, think 2 months ago when there was like hundreds.
Yeah. Hey, I want to go real quick back to what we were talking about with the Prop 22. Seth made a good point. Also, I think would lead to scheduling, and that would make it harder to run multiple apps. That is a really good point about if you're driving for Uber and
you're not going to be able to drive for Lyft.
No. Right. Or vice versa.
They're going to put the foot down. And
And I have trouble with that on Grubhub because I will pick up a shift on Grubhub. Let's say it's 3 hours, but I have Uber Eats on too. And then it's tough to juggle that because if you sign off Grubhub, they give you like 5 minutes and they send you a text like, hey, you need to sign back in or we're kicking you off the schedule. So when you're kind of, even though you're still independent contractor for, I was trying, damn it, Pete, contractor for Grub. I was wondering if you were going to catch that. I was fighting down a burp and then I just let it go. I'm sorry for anyone that heard that. The word and the burp.
Anyways.
Oh, I'm still an independent contractor through Grubhub, but you still kind of feel like an employee when you're on the schedule.
Right.
So that's a really good point. Sorry, I didn't mean to sidetrack you. So what do you think about, I mean, if they're going to add 1,000, is that just 1,000?
2,700, not just 1,000.
For Grand Rapids?
Yep. 2,700 new Grand Rapids shoppers.
That's nuts.
The forums, the Facebook page for Shipt and Instagram, here locally both have like so many people complaining about all of these shipped shoppers and Instacart shoppers that are like fly by night, just breaking all the rules and don't even care.
So one thing for people that don't know with Shipped, and I just posted an interview with Kristen. We did it a couple months back, but we gave it to Patreon first, but then wanted to get it out to everyone else.
She's the lead Shipped shopper.
Yeah. She said that that honeymoon period that we talked about, the first 10, you get first dibs. But then after that, if you're not good, if you don't have a high rating, you're not going to get the shops. Now, I don't think Instacart's like that. It's just a free-for-all, right?
Yep. Yeah. As far as I know, anyways.
Yeah, I think so, too. I don't think rating's super important with Instacart. But
I mean, every time I go to Aldi, I see more and more Instacart shoppers. Still. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely a growing service.
So I feel Aldi has a curbside service now. I wonder who's shopping for that.
It's the Instacart shoppers.
Okay, so it's just like the Meijer.
I think it is anyways.
It must. Maybe that's why you're seeing more. So they're not actually delivering it.
Well, so they have a big area up front where they put all the finished orders.
Okay.
And then when they pull up, I think, maybe it is actually an employee who brings it out to them.
I don't know, curious.
But somebody carries it out to the car. Yep.
I hate to say this for Instacart shoppers, and no offense, I told my wife about the pickup, and she's like, if all the employees do it, I think I'm okay. But if a app-based person does it, I don't think I'm interested. And I think we've had some issues with Instacart before, shoppers just not caring.
Yeah.
Right. Like, this is my food. Like, the produce, like, you give directions and then it's just like, did you even look?
But that's what it comes back to also with what Kristen was saying, right? It's like the good ones gets weeded out really, really good, really fast.
With
the bad ones gets
but not Instacart.
No, that's true. But
yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
I
moving
guess that's
on.
A good point.
So this next one is
this is great.
It's from Reddit. It says, I made my own Google ad to mess with Lyft. And it says Lyft, tipping is now mandatory, so drivers can make livable wage. If you don't tip, they make about $3.50 an hour. Also, you can get to 7-Eleven to buy a candy bar. Lyft, need a ride? Get a Lyft.
So that was the ad that he created.
That was the ad he created.
And then read the comment or the initial poster.
And then so Lyft came back and it says, Lyft, hi there. Tipping is completely optional and not mandatory. The wording of that ad is misleading, and we'd like to bring this to the attention of a specialized team of ours. Can you please send a private message with a direct link to that ad?
Well, the original poster said, hey, Lyft, I was searching for your app so I could download it to call for a ride, and I came across this advertisement for you. I didn't realize that I had to tip my driver. So that's how it's hilarious. And
started,
and then Lyft's like, oh, will you DM us? I hate that. Anyways, I feel like I want to reach out to the guy that did the ad.
Yeah.
The next one.
Props to you, man.
The next one says, Lyft, the specialized team already makes a livable wage, so you don't have to tip them either.
I didn't know people could do that. Like, you could create an ad for a business and not have any verification?
Well, this is just, you can, I'm sure it wasn't live. This is just using AdWords to set up an example app. Oh, yeah.
Well, Lyft's responding though.
Well, because he's posting a screenshot to them. He's not.
Oh yeah, you're right. He just okay. I see what you're saying. He probably
screenshot. Hey, I saw this.
I don't know. It looks pretty legit to me.
Well, because anybody can set up this is an AdWords app,
hey,
so anybody.
We're
can
not
set up.
all nerds, okay? I don't all know that. Nerd. If you want to talk podcasting, I will nerd out with you. But until then. I don't know what the hell an AdWord is. All right, so this next one's mine. It's just kind of funny. This is a little... And what?
AdWord.
This picture, for our audio listeners, it's about the debate, so it's been a while. But it says... And it's a poll on a news... probably some 24-hour news site, but... How did the debate make you feel? First answer, 69%. Second answer... I long for death, 31%. The third answer, can you hire an Uber to run you over, 19%. I just thought that was funny. And informed was 17%. That's the shitty part. Is like the actual legit answer is the lowest one.
Did you notice how the total is way more than 100%?
Oh yeah, I just didn't even realize that. Math. Can you hire an Uber to run you over? Can I hire an Uber to run you over? Who wrote this? Is this fake news?
Of course it is.
Oh, okay. Fake news.
Whoever had the Photoshop.
Right. Yes, we're going to talk about, we got a lot of shipped articles in this podcast tonight.
So this is actually a good story. And I posted it in there because, it's just always good to run by those and kind of have the good stories, the good news come up in your feed.
Can I tell you that my response is it's not a good story? So just read it.
You can.
And we'll talk about it.
That's because your heart is like.
Yeah, you told that to the Zoom ride people that I'm heartless.
Yeah, you are.
I said A to B, bro. No aux. Don't touch my radio.
So, I'm not crying. You're crying. So, anyways,
I need my sound effects.
Back in May, I placed an order and asked the shopper to check Target for a hula hoop. She did not find one. Later in that day, she came back with a hula hoop and a card and a gift for my other daughter who was graduating high school. We had a sign in the yard. Since then, I've seen her out and about while shopping, and we talk. The only other shopper that stops and talks. Fast forward to the other day, and she claimed my order, and we were talking on the porch, and I told her that her insulated bags were awesome. They fit so much. Next day, she shows up with 2 bags for me. There's so many days I wonder what I've done to be in the position my family's in, and wonder when the good I've done will come back around. Well, here it is. Someone showing us kindness. My 6-year-old daughter was even teary-eyed from the gesture. Thank you, Evelyn from Lakeland. You rock. So it was just somebody who took the extra time and the extra effort to just do a couple of nice things.
Well, I think it's nice. I mean, this is what I talk about with those ship shoppers. Like, how can I even get close to getting a shop when you're freaking buying gifts for your people? Like, I understand the thoughtfulness, but like, I'm never going to.
Especially now that the pay that you get seems to be pretty reduced.
Yeah. So you're
on your shops. And you're spending half the money on cards and.
Yeah. And that's why I'm so frustrated with ship because like.
I would understand more, I think, if she said that this was a lady that always does her shops. But it appears just from reading it that it's been twice that she got her. And I'm like, okay, if you shop somebody all the time, week after week, okay, you guys build a relationship and
I can see it then a little bit more.
You have to start it somewhere, Pete. You start that relationship somewhere.
By buying all this stuff for somebody?
Well, it's not that she's buying stuff. A hula hoop is $3-4. It's the attention to detail and the willingness to step out. That was what that's what caught me on the story. I thought it was cool.
If we were playing Call of Duty, I'd call him a tryhard.
You also just have no heart.
Can you pull your
I'm not besmirching them.
Yeah.
It's pointing to your chest, your neck, so you're getting.
Well, my chest is talking too.
Yeah, your boobs. Don't worry, I have them too. So
I think she's, I get what you're saying.
I do too. It's just looking at it from a perspective of like being a gig worker. This is why I'm not successful on Shipped, because I'm not going to do that, and so I'm not going to have the highest rating. So I'm not going to get the shops.
Let's go back to the not everybody remembers Ben, but Ben was one of the founding members of the GR Rideshare, which is now the gig economy or whatever.
Everybody remembers Ben.
Everybody remembers Ben. So he used to, many moons ago and way before even Uber and Lyft was even a thing, he used to be part of a ministry downtown that would drive people home.
Yes.
Right? Isn't that the same thing? It's out there showing love.
Yeah.
Out there showing compassion, showing that you care. And yeah, it's a $4 hula hoop. But
and a card and another gift.
2 freezer bags.
No, I understand, but it's just, for some people, the gig economy is not all about making money.
That's true, but but don't you feel like that's a little over the top? Like how are other people supposed to compete that have to have that money?
She's not doing it to compete.
Right.
She's not doing it to be better than you.
Though.
No, she's not.
Yes, she is, because in the Shipt platform, the higher the rating, the more shops you get.
Yeah, but she doesn't care. She may not care. I can't say she doesn't. I don't know her, her, but she may not care about that at all. She may just actually have Christina's mood in mind.
Pete, DM her. Let's ask her.
Hey, you.
So we don't know, right?
Right. We're both speculating, but I just wanted to look at it from a guy that struggles on Shipt because I can't get the shops because I don't have.
Well, so how are you going to get it? You got to go out, get those hula hoop rings, get those cards, get those extra gifts for the daughters.
You know what? From now on, everyone's getting a $50 gift card in their groceries. I mean, might as well. I mean, I like being poor. Oh my goodness.
I mean, at some point, a lot of the shops, you're getting what, 15 to 20 bucks? You're spending $4 on a hula hoop. That's 16 you made. You're buying 2 freezer bags. That's, what are those, like $4 a piece at Meijer?
Freezer bags?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, there's thermo bags.
Thermo bags. Yeah, probably $6 to $8.
So you're looking at $8 you made. I don't know. I mean, like I said,
I'm sure
I would
isolated. Yeah. I'm sure it's isolated, but it just I have it on there.
Don't touch my radio. That's all I can say.
I have it on there just to put in perspective on what you have to compete against as a Shipt shopper. That's really all the reason I'm taking the counter argument. It's super nice. I love that people will go out of their way to do that because we need more of that.
Right.
In this world right now, especially with all the crap going on. But all right, Pete's going to talk about Uber Eats. They want to deliver. I mean, when are they going to start doing weed? I mean, they're delivering everything else. So,
well, they're delivering flowers.
Flowers and pet supplies.
Flowers.
So the latest update to Uber Eats app will make one thing obvious to consumers. Uber Eats wants to expand beyond delivering pizza, tacos, and noodles to also delivering flowers, pet supplies, convenience items, and unique finds from local shops. This is Uber Eats entering its next chapter of maturity, said the head of product for Uber Eats. It's becoming the place for instant access to local commerce. And really, this isn't really a huge surprise to me, at least. But
no.
We've talked about how they're expanding into delivery with Uber Delivery. I think that is what they call it, one of them.
Yeah.
So I've always thought to myself, why haven't they expanded into stuff aside from food sooner?
Yeah,
because they already have the network and the
app.
Yeah,
they have the technology. Who does the like the Home Depot runs or like for the bigger? Is that an app that we know of?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Is that an Instacart? Is that a?
But I think there's at least one big difference for just entering that market, right? It's a different insurance, right? Because now if I'm driving big ticket items, delivering a big screen TV or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean,
because Best Buy must have.
I didn't get no big screen TV.
Oh, Nick brought up a good point. Roadie. Duh.
Yeah.
Roadie does like Tractor Supply. I think they do Home Depot too.
Larry delivered 2 massage therapists.
Oh, I bet you did. I was going to say something really nasty, but I decided not to because it's Larry. He's just such a nice guy. I feel like he's like dad-like. I didn't want to embarrass him too much. That's right, Roadie.
He wanted to pick him up again the next day. They wouldn't let him.
Right, yeah. I can't believe I forgot Roadie. Yeah.
Well, I was thinking you were talking about a different one besides Roadie, so I was like, what's the other one besides Roadie?
Well, is there another one?
There is another one because Gabe was doing it for a while. He signed up for it.
Oh, really?
He was delivering for, he did some Best Buy things and something else, but it wasn't Roadie and it wasn't Uber, obviously.
Yeah, that reminds me. Like, I got so many apps I'm gonna have to re-sign into.
Deliver.
That's right.
Like DELIVR or something like that.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I never heard of that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But it didn't do much, I thought. I think it died pretty quickly.
It's not around anymore then?
I don't think so.
Joe says Uber Connect in my market delivering packages. Well, where's your market?
I mean, it just makes sense. Like, how do you have all this infrastructure already set up?
Didn't we talk about like a million moons ago with Lyft that they were going to start integrating that because they're like, we know where you are. So can you imagine the coding for that?
Well, they were supposed to do that during COVID.
Right.
Like one of the things that they were supposed to set up for their drivers was that you could deliver like medical supplies or stuff like that in your downtime while you're slow. And then it never like at least in our market.
Yeah, I never heard anyone.
Well, I think some of those things they're testing in some markets. Yeah, so Joe is in Baltimore. I know we talked about Uber Connect before in an earlier episode.
Yeah,
we're talking about that as an option, but they're testing it in some markets, and apparently they have it in Baltimore right now.
That's a pretty big city.
So yeah,
I would love to do that. I actually enjoy doing Amazon Flex. Like, I don't want to be out there for 12 hours delivering packages. But it's really nice to get a 3-4 hour route and just like go, I don't know. It's just a break from passengers. Obviously, we've had a long break from passengers right now, but in general,
I still miss it, man.
I know, I do too. But I love the packages because it's a challenge for me. My brain is so production oriented. Like when I get 50 stops, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna bang these out. Get them done. Yeah, Larry said Lyft talked about it, hasn't done anywhere any else.
Yeah,
but anyways, all right. Our next sponsor is Oiluber. I didn't have any good transition for that. So Oiluber.com, they are new into the market. They are out of Ann Arbor. They are a mobile oil change company.
Yep.
So they'll come to your home to change your oil. All you got to do is pop the hood.
Yep.
And, they reach out to us and they said, get the word out for us. So if you can go follow them on Facebook, they would really like that. And Oiluber.com. And also, there's a new gig. Like this is like a twofer for y'all. It's if you need your oil change on demand.
Yep.
Or if you want more gig work, you can sign up to be a technician. And soon, hopefully by the end of the month, Brian told me they're going to have jump starts ready to go. Right. They tried. It's not quite ready yet. So this is a startup.
But the cool thing about that is for everybody who is out there already, as Ubering and Lyfting around, put a jump box in your car and sign up for the jumpstart service, and it's an extra way of making an extra $10-15.
Yeah, for sure. And if you know how to change oil, they're looking for that too. So
go
to oiluber.com to sign up for being a technician or getting your oil changed.
And oiluber.net to be the other end, right?
I think that's for ambassadors.
Okay.
So we're not really talking. I
apologize.
That's all right. I don't know if he really wants to talk about that.
Don't confuse him.
Yeah.
Oiluber.com.
Hey. Nerd. All right. Back to the show.
I said .com.
.com.
Did you guys see my Telegram message?
No.
Okay. Take a peek.
What's Telegram?
What is Telegram?
You're up, Jesper. We're going to talk about Zoom, right?
But you just said look at Telegram message.
Well, look at Telegram. Does it take 20 minutes to do it? When Pete's up, that's what's going on. But you're up first. My
Zoom Ride. So that's a brand new platform opening up. They're doing a soft launch right now in Detroit. And they are from the Detroit area, zoomride.com, myzoomride.com, and it's a new competing platform to Uber and Lyft. And this sounds so exciting because they have some just really crazy cool new features, new ways of getting paid. The whole point is it's going to be much safer to be a driver, and you're going to
rider.
Driver and rider. And as a driver, you end up keeping much more of the fare. They are talking about having cool new features such as pay for the day, and then get to keep all the fares. Or you can do a commission base where you get to keep everything but 20%. Cool new features. As a female rider, you can request to only get female drivers. You can request to get a ride with a car seat, and just a slew of awesome, cool new features that are things we have been talking about and needing in Uber and Lyft. So that's really cool.
Man, Jesper, that was a great synopsis. You nailed that sucker.
Oh, okay.
We interviewed him at 7 tonight, and man, I was blown away. And they had a map behind them.
Yes. And
that was a lot of cars on it.
It was a live map. I think it was probably made out of 6 36-inch TVs. So there's a giant screen behind them.
Yeah.
But it was really cool. And they had, I think there was probably like 250 cars on that map.
Yeah, I'm sure they have a lot of people that are approved and have it on because they're hoping to get a ride. And they're getting there. I mean, they need lots of customers.
So what markets are they in right now?
So they are in Florida. There's an area, or they're working on Florida.
They're working on Florida, but they are still only soft launching in Detroit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they got the license in Florida, but so it's going to be soon. But yeah, we told them, they said something. We told them to come to Grand Rapids. They're like, oh, Grand Rapids is easy because they obviously have looked into it. So whatever the easy part is, meaning
they made it sound like, providing that the soft launch go well, they made it sound like most of Michigan will go fast.
Yeah. Mark asked, can male riders request female drivers too? No. This is only on a rider end. So riders, no. Male riders cannot ask for females. You freaking creep. Anyways, but yeah, that I was super stoked during that interview.
It was a great interview and just very, very excited about what's going to come there.
And Carol, that's a moderator in one of the Detroit groups, actually works for Zoom Ride now.
Yep.
And it was fun to talk to her. She's a driver. She knows our podcast, which was kind of cool.
And I think that was one of the cool things too, is they actually took and they went out and talked to drivers in the ride and say, what do you guys need? You know, that one. And so a lot of those features that they have put into this ride is a synopsis of having talked to veteran drivers. So people have been doing this for many years.
I want to give a little small feedback, and I didn't talk to them on it. I know I said I would tell them. I don't think it's that big of a deal. But they can turn your camera on in the car if an SOS button is pressed by either the driver or the passenger. I mean, I know it's just for safety, but when someone has, and it's in the terms of service, when you sign up for it, that you sign up for that, it's just always, man, it's really hard to trust I'm not saying they're anything bad about them because I think they're going to do great. But if you had to sign up for Gmail, and they said that they could turn your camera on at any time if they felt that something was unsafe. They were reading an email, let's say, that you were typing, I'm going to kill myself, or whatever. I know I'm going way off topic here.
Right.
But would you be okay with that?
Well, why wouldn't you? You have nothing to hide.
Well, that's what a liberal says.
I think it's like it's a pretty...
don't make it political now.
It's it's a slippery slope. I mean, I can see it both ways. You know, I think it's right off the bat. It sounds like a good feature, but when you kind of think about it,
dig down into it, because I'm sure.
So here's a question.
Yes.
Are they ever going to be getting that feature approved in a dual consent state? No.
That's a good question. You just thought of that, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Single consent state, easy, right? Michigan, absolutely.
Well, here's the thing. It probably in the terms of service for a rider says that, and if you accept it, I think that probably overrides the...
It can't, though, because the other party that's also being recorded did not consent to it.
Yeah, they
did.
What
about their terms?
Their terms. They consented to it when they said, I want to ride. So in the terms of service for the rider, it'll say...
But what if there's a third person in the car that didn't consent to it?
Well, then you got me there.
Okay.
You got me there on that one.
Got him.
Got him. Well, Michigan and Florida are not two parties right now.
No, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Single consent states are easy, right?
Yeah.
I think I would be okay with it until like you start hearing stories about my camera was recorded. Okay.
Yeah.
That's done.
Yeah. I mean, again, I would not.
It's because if they have a tech error and something accidentally like turns on the camera.
Well, and that's the thing. Like I'm at home.
Or somebody hacks the app.
I mean, there's some issues there. I mean, I'm not a tinfoil guy. Like I'm not sitting here.
Right.
No, I'm not. I'm not. I tend to trust technology over than be like, oh, I ain't getting that. Like,
so wait, that's not tinfoil inside your head?
Well, that's for a different day. But yeah, it's interesting. I think it's going to be great. I would love to have that because then honestly, if someone does, well, here's the thing. And maybe we did ask them, but if someone does have a complaint for you, is it recording all the time? Like, I don't think it is, but like, how could they, you know what I'm saying?
I think the biggest thing here is the way they were talking about it. It's not until you push the 911 button,
the SOS button. I honestly would feel more comfortable if they had a dash cam in there that was their dash cam that they could access at any time. I would have much more. I'd be like, whatever, take it. Don't care.
Right.
My phone? I mean, I take my phone everywhere. The bath, well, not the shower, but in the bathroom, in the bedroom, if you know what I mean. Like, I don't need nothing on OnlyFans. Like, I mean,
what's OnlyFans, Jason?
I don't know. I've never been there. I've just heard it on Talk About It podcast. But anyways, going back to Zoom. That being said, I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm not worried about it. I mean, just a discussion point.
Right. Now, you brought up, dash cam. Now, they're not going to give you dash cams, but they are going to give you the ability to get, they had like a UV light that cleans out for bacteria.
Oh, yeah.
And they have the option to give the drivers like a separation in the cars. A divider, yeah. Now, those are not free.
No.
But there's an options for reimbursement of that cost. So that's really cool, I thought, as well.
That was huge.
Yep.
And it almost seems too good to be true. Like, that's why I'm really worried that they may not get what they need. Like, I'm really worried about that because I'm like so excited about, I'm like, I want you now. Come to me. That was very sexual. It's not what I meant, but as soon as I said it, I was like, nope, that's getting laughed at.
Well, it's already out.
It's already out.
Jason.
It's live. I can't change it. Sorry.
So, anyways, myzoomrides.com. Go there, sign up.
Yes, especially if you're listening, you're a rider, sign up.
Yep, go sign up. If they're not in your area, if you're not in your market right now,
sign up.
Yeah, absolutely. The quicker you guys sign up, the more they'll get the attention of your market and get there.
Jesper signed up as a driver. He's already denied.
I am not denied.
They said
speeding.
They called Lyft and they said, "Hey, you know this guy?" And he's like, "Oh, he's a lead foot. Don't even."
They didn't deny me yet. I haven't given all the paperwork.
After they called Lyft, they called Vito's to see how many times you peel it out of their truck.
Oh my God!
How many times you hit the curb coming in?
Such an idiot!
I need pizza.
Such an idiot!
All right, Pete.
All right, so this next one, and before I get into it,
you guys,
I'm gonna ask everybody in the chat: has anybody been downtown and ridden the scooters yet?
No,
I seen one.
Right, I've seen them too. But so the next article is Spin, which is who is running all the scooters downtown. They have a bunch of job postings available for being a charger, doing scooter delivery, maintenance specialists, mechanics, collectors, operations specialists, all for
the scooters.
All for the scooters.
Yeah, yep. And I guess the reason I wanted to talk about it was it's not like gig work. So it's like you have to be on the clock from like a certain amount of time. You drive a bunch of vans around and bring them back. So what did it say? Like 15 an hour, 20 an hour?
It says earn up to 25 an hour.
Oh, okay.
Full time.
That's pretty good.
It's not bad.
I mean, I don't know if you were a W or 1099 or a W-2. I don't know, but has anyone seen those scooters? Anyone from Grand Rapids?
I think I saw a photo of one online.
Yeah, I saw one. I didn't see anyone.
I've seen them, but I haven't read.
I'm waiting for the story.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Guy gets killed because he was drunk and he fell into the street. And
I feel like a lot. Like I don't dislike our downtown by any means, but I feel like our downtown isn't really set up the greatest for foot traffic.
No.
Let alone scooters.
Well, here's the thing. So those scooters can they go on? Are they on the sidewalk or do you have to ride them on the road? How fast do they go?
Some states you're supposed to ride them in the road. It's illegal to ride them on the sidewalks.
Well, like it's just like technically it's illegal to ride a bicycle on the sidewalk.
Well, I was going to say, isn't it the same rules as the bicycles? So bicycle has to be on the road unless there is a bicycle path.
Right. That being said, I gotta pee. I don't care. I'm just going. For some reason, I thought your article had a picture, so I was like, "That's why."
I was wondering why you didn't go.
I know. I'm like, you know what? I don't care. Just keep talking. I'll be back in a minute. I drank like a bunch of water because I had a headache.
Bye.
Yeah. So
scooters.
It'd be interesting to see what their like operating area is too, because a lot those got to be geo-zoned, right?
Geolocation, yeah. But I mean, obviously, and the areas where you can drop them off are rechargeable, right? So those are like a charge stand, so you can get them charged again. Yeah, no, you got it right.
Thanks for the follow, Jack. But I didn't see when I was downtown, which was like once, and I wasn't even all the way downtown. I was close to downtown, and I saw one of the scooters, but I didn't see any charging stations.
Okay, well,
I think they pick them up and they get charged that way.
You put it. Oh,
like when I was in Tulsa and used the scooters, there wasn't charging stations.
Well, when I saw some of the setups in Chicago once, and they were definite charging stations where you drop them off and pick them up.
Oh, okay.
So you would like take them to one of those areas, and that's how you got.
So who pays electricity for that?
Well, the city.
Who like subsidize or whatever? Then
I'm assuming, yeah, you pay for that way.
Don't look at my sweatpants.
So Nick says in Ann Arbor you have to ride them in the road.
Right.
Oh,
now,
wow.
Nick, the question is, do they get ridden in the road, or is it on the sidewalk for the most part, or do people actually follow the rules?
I wouldn't want to ride those suckers. I mean, even if they go probably 10 miles an hour.
Look at last. Was it last summer? Yeah, it was last summer because it wasn't this summer. Look at last summer. How many pedestrians got hit?
It was a
downtown.
rough summer. Well, it's drunk driving, but still, yeah, it's the same result.
Right. Like, can you imagine being on a scooter downtown?
Oh, no. So Oiluber is actually on here tonight, so thank you guys. And they're saying the Ann Arbor guys pick up and charge them and deliver
right.
them.
That was the job offers that they got for Grand Rapids.
Okay.
So they have a team that goes out and charges them.
See, I wish it was just more of a gig where you just be driving along and be like heading home for the night. You're like, you know, I'm going to pick up.
That's how it is in some cities.
Yeah, it is. The
like
Lime.
Bird or Lime.
Lime. Yeah. Nick says in the road or get a ticket.
Oh, wow.
I mean, yeah. You know how busy it is downtown in the summer. Like,
it's going to be crazy once you get the drunk people driving.
Right. Well, when we get back to normal. And here I'm being ignorant. Are the bars open in Grand Rapids right now?
Yeah.
Oh, they are?
The ones that, well, last I knew.
You have no, I think you have to be 70% of your income has to come from food. Then you can be open, right?
I thought I saw that somebody posted in Grand Rapids like the Anchor was open, and I'm like, they're not 70% food.
Well, they may claim that they are.
A bunch of bars got shut down. Flamingo.
Oh yeah, that place is a dump anyway.
Yeah.
That place is a dump. I wouldn't be caught. That's on.
I was gonna poop on him, but
that's on Fulton, right?
Yeah.
Oh man, there's some shady shit going on in that bar. I'm telling you right now. I don't like to pick people up from there. No offense. Well,
I can't even place it.
It is near the zoo.
Down by the zoo, yeah.
Closer to the zoo on the south side of the road. Kind of kitty corner from Joey's
Oh,
Tavern.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
and they lost their license too for a while, didn't they? Yeah, well, that's another.
But that was before COVID, wasn't
yeah, that
it?
was. That's such a bro bar. Joey's.
Not too far from Putt Putts.
Well, Joey's is right across the street from Putt Putts.
Yeah, but then Flamingo as well.
Yeah, they're all kind of close.
Yeah, it's not quite as far down as the other two.
Yeah.
All right.
That was one time. It was so funny. I picked up it was a wedding party, and she was definitely not done being out partying. So I picked them up. They were done with the reception, and they cleaned up everything.
Yeah.
And I took them to Putt Putts.
What kind of life? What kind of marriage are you gonna have?
She's like, we're going to Putt Putts, and he was already drunker than drunk.
Although I cannot cast a stone. So when I got married, the bar Taps was around.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember Taps?
Yeah.
I went there after the reception and got drunk. Like I got spilled mustard because the hot dog guy was out there. I said
Megan, she knew she had scored that night.
I said inappropriate things to her friends about certain body parts on me. It was Me Too before Me Too. And my wife Megan's like, oh my God, who did I marry? But
can I get this thing annulled? Come on, please.
It's been less than 24 hours. Let's just Get the hell out of here. All right.
Here's your ring.
Yeah. Moving on. I thought this was an interesting email. I don't know where. I think I saw it on Facebook. It says, "Hi, Josh from Lyft. We received numerous reports from passengers that you are not ending their rides at their designated drop-off locations, thus causing them to be overcharged for their rides. After further review with our risk team, we'll be deducting a total of $261.46 from future earning rides you did not properly end. Please note, Lyft reserves the right to withhold all or portion of ride fees if it believes you have attempted to defraud or abuse Lyft payment system."
Look, man, I'm not saying that that's never happened to me or I've never done it, but you got to be trying.
Yeah,
$260.
So to explain
That's
to
not
me,
oops.
so what do you do? So you drop the passenger off and you don't end the ride?
Right.
basically.
You drive somewhere.
'Cause
Look,
honestly-
I've done it. Not on purpose, but I've done it.
I've done it on accident. I've done it if the ride's too short. If it won't let me close it
Right.
out, when the ride's too short, you go around the block.
That's happened
and
once to me.
then-
That it's been too short.
Right.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
No, I've had it a bunch of times.
It was so crazy because I took him from Stella's to around
Pyramid
the block.
scheme.
Yeah, that was practically what it was. Just on it was what is the food joint on the other side?
Menace?
Yeah, exactly. Stella's to Menace, and it was too short.
Wow, I feel like that would have been long enough.
No, that's not long enough.
Oh.
Yes, Sid, I can tell you for a fact.
Yeah.
But then I drove up to B-Dubs, and then it was long enough. No.
Yeah, and then the Vito's eat more pizza.
Now you're talking.
Yeah. So I brought that up. I didn't know Lyft could just be like, yeah, F you, I'm taking $261 out. But if that's based on just the extra, he must have been doing every single ride.
Right.
Unless he's like going for 5 minutes and then doing it. But honestly, if you're a rider and listening to this podcast, first of all, I don't know why. Like, get off our stream. But
if you're a rider doing this.
No. If you're a rider in general, we don't want you on the stream.
Why not?
I'm just teasing. I'm just teasing. I'm just giving
You're
it as
so
a tip.
mean.
Please pay attention to your driver because there's a lot of drivers.
Yes.
I think when they're intoxicated riders, they don't care.
Yeah.
They put the phone in their pocket till the next ride. So just be vigilant.
Or they're trying to hook up to your aux.
Yeah, then you're 1 star. 1 star. Just be vigilant, and when you take a ride, just make sure that the driver's doing the right thing.
And
we would never do that.
For the drivers too, just be respectful. Don't do that.
Yeah. Well, have ethics.
Right.
I mean, you're stealing. You're stealing from the customer.
I mean,
and you're
look
stealing
at it
from
this
Lyft.
way. Your average ride is what? We'll just say average ride is $10, right?
Right.
Ish. That's 26 rides if they did double what they were supposed to.
Yeah.
I mean, they had to have been skimming like a ton because obviously he's not
absolutely.
skimming $10 at a time.
No. Yeah. So yeah, it could be like a couple weeks worth of.
And
rides.
they're only taking what they can prove.
And why didn't they just kick his ass off the platform? Like
That I
we're
don't
getting.
get.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. We tease you. You got a lead foot, but like you're a good dude. You do things by the rules.
I think what they're doing is they're getting their money and then they're getting out.
Oh, that's true. Go earn that back, and then we're gonna kick you out. Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, bye-bye.
Oh, oops, you sneezed, and it says right here in the TOS, you're not allowed to sneeze.
Yeah, you're right. They probably eventually did kick him off. But speaking of ripping people off, patreon.com/theGiggyCon podcast.
I like how you did that.
Even though it was a shit on us, it was a good segue. Yes, we are behind this month, but we're going to have 2 episodes for you this month.
Cool, awesome interviews scheduled.
Yeah, 2 new apps.
Yes.
One is going to be live soon, probably December or January. One, probably not in the future yet. But if you go to patreon.com/thegigecon podcast or just search the Gig Economy podcast.
They won't be in our market yet, but the markets they're coming in, it's some pretty cool features.
Yeah, and it's in an app that a gig that I don't know if you'll want to do. It sounds a little weird, but there's people doing it, and why not?
I'm just excited about all the cool new gig opportunities that's coming.
Look how much has it changed since we started back in the day. I mean, there's probably 10 apps right now in Grand Rapids that you can do stuff on. But anyways, if you go
lawn mowing.
Yep. I wonder how many people get that. Like, you know what I mean? Anyways, go to Patreon and search the Gig Economy Podcast. You get a bonus podcast a month. You're getting 2 this month. You get a free piece of merch, and you get before the scenes.
After 2 or 3 months, right?
It's 2 months.
Yeah.
We got to get at least $20 out of you before we send the merch. I mean, come on. We're on a shoestring budget over here. Jesper doesn't let me spend shit. So
and there you go.
Good response.
Absolutely.
All right. Pete, you're up next.
All right, so this next one.
Speaking of money.
Yeah. It's from a person on Twitter, and it said, I just realized that Uber has taken $577 out of my bank account every day since October 7.
And this was posted on the 10th. So it's been 3 days.
3 days.
First of all, who's got $1,500 in their checking account?
Just chilling.
That's pretty nice.
It's fine to have that.
Well, we know.
We're saying, are you bragging that you're rich?
No, but people have that.
That's it.
I'm not rich. I just don't think it's that unreasonable.
He's off. He's done.
Dunzo.
He's bragging about how rich he is. My point was having that amount of money, like it was a joke, Jesper.
No, I know, but it can already be called for. I mean, it's
right,
there.
No.
But yeah.
It's just
my takeaway is Uber isn't doing that.
Right.
You don't think so?
No, your account was hacked.
Now the comments kind of hit it right there. It says very unlikely. It's very likely someone hacked your account. Uber can get in big trouble for that. I would file a complaint with the FTC right away.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think that was Uber. I think that she.
Yeah, but how? Okay, so you think she's a I thought she was a passenger. How is a passenger's account getting hacked, and how would Uber So she must be a driver then.
I would assume she was a driver. Yeah. That's what I assumed.
That is weird that they can just take money out of your check. I mean, I get it as a rider because you're paying for a service, but when you're a driver, although I guess I don't know, it always weirds me out when it goes.
There's not enough details, really.
Yeah, there's not enough details.
Technically, the way we're getting paid, that is it's a 2-way connection to your bank.
I go 2-way. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What?
You are such a. Anyway. But yes, they can technically both take money and give you money, right?
I didn't think that. I didn't think Uber could just take money out of your checking account as a driver.
Lyft's doing it to the last guy.
Yeah, that's true. Duh.
It's an ACH connection, and you can technically do both.
Even on a debit card, if you're using a debit or credit card?
Nerd.
Yes, you can do both. But they are not allowed to do it.
Right.
I mean, it is technically possible, yes. But
I didn't know that. I just assumed she was a
passenger,
not a driver.
But I still don't think it's Uber doing it.
You don't think so?
No, I think the account was hacked.
I don't know.
Either that or somebody's getting some Uber rides on her.
Right.
Yeah, that could be too. Although that's quite a bit of Uber rides.
A lot of Uber rides.
So.
But then, no matter what, just call your credit card and dispute the charges.
Hey, I have a digression. Speaking of credit cards, I had a Patreon $50 withdrawal out of my checking account. Or not Patreon, OnlyFans. No, I mean... shit, I'm busted. Hopefully Megan doesn't listen to this podcast. PayPal. I had a $50 $50 even, right? And I go to my PayPal account. There's no record of it because I buy stuff with PayPal all the time. Like it's just easy to me when you're buying stuff online instead of getting your credit card out. I just use PayPal. There's nothing in there. So what do I do? Call my bank and dispute it?
Yes.
So then my next digression is I waited online or on the phone on Tuesday so I can work and be on hold because I just have Bluetooth headphones in for 2.5 hours to get a hold of the bank. To stop.
That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
Yes.
Someone bought our bank.
Got 4 words for you.
Oh, is
God.
this?
If you say Bank of America,
your chemical bank?
Lake Michigan Credit Union.
Okay, so this is totally
I didn't say that on purpose.
We need to talk about it. First of all, yes, chemical. TCF took over. It's been a disaster.
I know.
I'm pissed. Lake Michigan, I think they are one of the best banks and credit unions in Michigan. Their app sucks. Their mobile app is terrible.
Great.
It's very clunky.
New stuff coming.
Oh yeah.
Yes, I've had that talk with them too, and they say all their systems are getting improved. They know they're behind.
Yeah.
But it's getting much, much better.
I'm not saying I'm old, but I've been with them since they were Teachers Credit Union.
Really?
Yeah.
You're our old.
I love everything I have with them, and I was with Fifth Third, which they suck.
Whoa.
I don't like them.
You know I'm gonna have to bump that down now.
Sorry. Chemical Bank was okay. I was okay with them.
They were a little behind.
I am not impressed with the everything FTC or whatever it's called now. I was like, oh my god.
I mean, I understand that. I understand COVID, but call screens like what?
Look at the bottom line.
What?
Uh-oh. She probably heard her name. That little. My wife joined the stream.
Jason's in trouble.
Well, she can look at the bank account too.
I have a story too.
Okay.
Right?
About TCF?
No, but about credit cards. Listen to this and apps. So Julia has a tablet, right?
Yeah.
And she apparently signed up for, and I it's on me a little bit because I thought I had all these things blocked. Apparently I didn't. She signed up for this stupid little app to make dog and cat talk, right? It was a 3-day free trial, right? Guess how much that cost every month?
Oh, I think you was like $250 a month.
$212, right? And it's total bullshit.
Wow.
Right? And we're still trying to get that disputed. I'm pretty sure we are going to get the money back. But it's like $212 a month to use an app?
Yeah, it's just a scam. It's for the kids
because
parents aren't paying attention to their kids.
But it's like, that is ridiculous.
Yeah, it is ridiculous. But anyways, sorry about our digression about the banks.
Oh, and apps.
And apps.
Oh. Be careful out there, guys, because they are taking you for a ride every
We just
day.
talked about before the podcast how older people struggle with technology.
Just
and
suck it.
And it's just
don't call me old.
Not you. I mean, you are old, but you're the oldest one in here.
Don't call me old.
You are beautiful, though.
Yeah, I know. That's okay.
All right, what are we doing? Jeez, thieving
know.
packs.
What are we
Okay. Thieving packs. Dropped off a PAX as she was exiting vehicle, and she asked me if the keys, including keychain on the back seat, were mine. I told her they weren't, but I would return them to the previous rider when they reported them lost. She snatched them up and said, I like the keychain, so I'm going to take them. Again, I said I would return them to the owner. Her response was, fuck them. I was stunned as she walked off to her job at McDonald's.
At McDonald's.
I mean, it doesn't surprise me. But
look at that video we had last week where the guy
tried
to steal the tablet and then stole the phone, right?
Yeah, that I don't know if it was I don't know if it was last week, but
maybe it was 2 weeks.
And we also talked about them driving around with a MacBook for like 7 days in the back of the car.
That guy was just an idiot.
Yeah.
Like, how did you not know that there was you should check your car. Here's a tip, y'all. Check it before you start. Some people say they check it every time. I think Ben did. I was like, you're full of shit, Ben. You're not looking back
I
there
swear there was one time I had a wallet in the back of my car for 7 days and I could not find, and I looked in my car.
I've had that happen where you look and there are a lot of crevices and especially your van. I mean, that thing's huge. But you should check your car at the beginning of shift for sure and at the end. Just do a look back. And I will, when I drop somebody off, I might look back at the back seat, but I'm not getting out of my car.
Right.
I mean,
I did the same thing. I mean, when I was working Fridays and Saturdays all day, I would start, I'd check the car in the morning.
Yeah.
And then it's somewhere around 5 in the afternoon or whatever, I'd check it again. And then at the end of the night, at least,
That's just a good tip.
I'd like to point out that the person who dropped the wallet got it back. So I got it back to them.
I've had people request crazy stuff. Hey, man, I left my iPad in there.
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't. You didn't. I've looked. I know an iPad didn't slip down the crevice. It's,
it's
big.
my iPad now.
Well, what do we always say? If you find a phone in your car, throw that fucker right out the window. No, don't do I
No.
Just saying.
Turn it off.
Definitely turn it off.
Yeah.
You want somebody showing up to your house.
Right.
In the middle of the night, Ben.
I was going to say, Ben shared that story on Threads last night. You have to tune into that. All right, Jesper, last article before tip time and shenanigans.
So this is a Yahoo Finance app. Seattle approves minimum wage for Uber and Lyft drivers. So this is another minimum wage.
Yeah, we didn't talk about this. I think, right? I saw it in there, and it was after the date of the last podcast, so I assume.
Yeah, no, we didn't talk about it. But so this is another one, a little bit connected to the whole AB whatever AB5 and Prop 22. So, but this is in Seattle. So Yahoo. So here it goes. This has to do a minimum wage law. I believe it's Seattle. If you're an Uber or Lyft driver, I can't imagine. There's a couple people talking together. It's kind of weird. So, but big thing is obviously that Seattle is now jumping on the bandwagon of approving minimum wage to Uber and Lyft drivers. And what they're basically talking about is that they are approving, I think they're saying $16 an hour as a minimum drive.
After expenses.
Well, yes, but it's also, and this is where it's getting gray areas, right? It's only when you're online.
Yeah, if you don't have a ride.
It's exactly.
So
it's
wait
when
a
you
minute. If you take a 10-minute ride, you just get paid for that 10 minutes?
Well, the whole point now is so that I would think the only way it could work is so you're taking a 10-minute ride, right? But that ties into your $16 guarantee for the hour.
So if you only did one ride and you only made $8, you're still going to get the 16 for that hour.
Well,
regardless. Right?
Well, that's the whole point. Yes, the app has to guarantee you at least 16. But the moment you have 2 or 3 rides, now obviously you're more than that. That's your minimum ride.
But then it does then you are getting paid if you're not taking a ride then. I mean, you have to be on the app. I'm saying okay, you sit at the airport, let's say.
Right.
And you get 0 rides for the whole hour. You get no requests. Not
right.
ones
but you're not getting paid.
Well, why not?
Because you don't have a fare. The point is the total amount of fares you have for the hour is going to give you $16 or more.
Okay, so if you don't get off fare that hour, you don't get paid.
No.
So then it's not minimum wage then.
Yeah.
Well, you have to have a fare.
That's weird.
But I think that's how they protect themselves against offering rides you're not taking.
Well, no, that is fine because if you don't take a ride, then you don't get paid. I'm saying if you don't get a request.
Right.
I'm saying not accepting. I'm saying just a request in general. Like it's deader than a doornail, which it wouldn't be in Seattle. But I'm saying so you don't get paid $16. Yeah, at least so
from what I could read in the article, no, you have to have a ride.
So you basically have to at least have 1 ride an hour to get that 16 an hour.
Right. And but more importantly, what they're saying here is this is another situation where this is not what the drivers want.
No,
they don't want this.
No.
And it's just things are changing. Be aware of what's going on in your market and just have an opinion about if this is actually what you want.
Right.
That's the big thing. We can expect many other cities and states around the country to sort of issue a similar sort of mandate. As we see in California, Uber and Lyft have vehemently denied implementing 85, which did go into effect. And in November, we should anticipate that Prop 25 to potentially create that third class of employee will potentially get passed here in the state.
Did you say Prop 25?
That's what the article is saying. Yeah, Prop 25.
I wonder if that's something in Seattle. Maybe that's where, because you had said
they're
earlier.
talking about Prop 25 in California.
It's Prop 22.
Whatever. That's what they're saying.
Well, I'm just trying to clarify it.
I
if
thought
there was
it
another
Prop
one
25,
in Seattle.
So anyways, so they're talking about creating a third category. You have your employees and you have your gig, you have your contract workers. So there's going to be a third, which is kind of an in between. So, but yeah, again, I don't think drivers want it.
Somebody wants it.
Well, yeah, but isn't it just the government?
Yeah, they want their tax money.
They want their tax money, right? That's
the whole point. They still get it. We still pay at the end of the year. Stupid.
But yeah, I don't know.
All right. Oh, I had my volume down.
Thank you so much, whoever did that.
No, that's our tip time.
Oh, sorry. I can't keep up all your...
Let's try it again. Beep, beep. What the? Was that okay, Google? Yeah. How did that even happen?
I don't know.
We weren't even talking. It was the sound.
I know. And my phone is off.
See? And we're talking about cameras coming on with apps running in the background. Anyways, tip time. So I saw this on the Reddit group, Uber drivers on Reddit. It says, if you opt to refund a rider, does the entire refund come out of your earnings or just the share you got paid? So first of all, what is the answer to that? Does anyone know?
Only what you get paid.
Right. Well, it says, I had a ride tonight. I forgot to check before I started. Turned out to be a round trip to a notoriously slow-packed McDonald's drive-thru. The only way to end those I know of is to hit arrive and stop and then end the ride.
No, that's not the only way of doing it.
Hold on. I know. This is why it's a tip time. There's lots in there. Parentheses. If I'm doing this wrong, someone please tell me. Yes, for tell them.
Yes, you're doing it wrong.
Okay. You can just cancel the ride. The rider asked me if he'd get his $72 back, and I honestly don't know. First of all, if he said that before I ended it, I'd be like, I'm staying on. Like,
I was going to say.
You know what I mean? Like, I'll sit in this drive-thru.
That was my comment immediately.
It says, I got paid about $9 for the ride since there was a driver surge in for $5.75. If I try to refund the packs, will it take that $9 out of my earnings or I lose the $72 he was charged? No, you're not going to lose the $72. If it's just my portion that I give up, what happens to the rest? Does Uber keep it? How can
he's gonna get it back?
I know. So, well, first of all, the 72 was probably what he was quoted for the entire ride. Right. So there's some miscommunication going on there. Like that guy did not pay 72 for what that driver did. No. But damn, like I said, if he would have said 72, I'd be like, I'll sit in this drive-through ride.
You're probably gonna make $50 off that ride.
Yeah. So Uber doesn't keep it. Everyone gets their money back if you refund a rider. You don't get paid. Like, it's just like it never happened.
It's your choice to cancel the ride.
Yeah. Well, he stopped it like a dummy instead of canceling the ride.
Right.
If you would have just canceled it, that would have been fine. No one would have got paid. No one would have got charged. It would all be good.
I just want to know who's paying $72 for McDonald's.
Well, but clearly there was a surge.
Right.
There was a $5.75 surge for the driver. So we've seen some of those rates these people are paying, like especially on Lyft. Mm-hmm. We're getting paid pennies and they're getting, charging the customer $100.
Are we really talking about that now?
What?
How much Uber and Lyft gets and how much you get? Are we back talking about
that? I'm not even talking about that. I'm just like, I can't fathom in my mind.
The guy was hungry. He was probably drunk, and he wanted to go to McDonald's.
No,
he doesn't care how much he pays.
I don't care how drunk I am. I am not paying $72 for McDonald's.
No. I'll go eat out of the freezer section at Meijer before I do that. I mean, there ain't no way.
Only because it's right next to the Ben & Jerry's.
That's right. Well, I feel bad for this driver. I feel like I need to message him and say, hey, do you need some help with rideshare driving? Like, let me just give you a few tips just to help a brother out. You know what I mean?
Why don't you check out this Facebook group? It's called GI Rideshare.
GI Rideshare
podcast called Gig Economy Podcast. How
dare you?
On Facebook, it's called
Hey.
Gig Economy Podcast.
Thank you. All right, let's jump into social media and get the hell out of here because it's hot as hell in this studio.
Oh my God!
I even turned the air on.
You're hot.
Thanks.
Oh.
Speaking of hot, our next shenanigan, it's for our audio listeners. It's a big. I wouldn't call it a rape van because
it's not a creeper van.
No, because it has windows all the way around.
Yeah.
But it says Cougar Uber XL 35 plus, and then on the back it says Got MILF. I mean,
what does that mean, Jason?
Mother, I'd like to.
Thank you.
I might swear, but I'm not going to say it in that form. It's just funny, so I enjoy that. Jesper.
It is funny. So this is guys, it's not that there's no rides. It's that I'm just going so fast you can't keep up, apparently. So this is a photo that's actually was shared on our local group in Telegram. And it must have been an obviously an app failure because apparently he was going 279 miles per hour in a 35 mile.
He must be in a Tesla. Can I ask a technical question? Is anyone monitoring the Facebook feed? Have there literally been no comments?
There has been nothing going on. Yeah. It's just, I don't know what's going on. If it's quiet, if it's dead, or whatever.
I was wondering if StreamYard was glitching. Because
I think it is. I was just noticing.
No, StreamYard isn't because I asked because he's on regular Facebook.
I'm on Facebook too, but I think Facebook is glitching.
Oh, okay. Because I mean,
there's nothing.
That seems odd for us to not.
For 26 minutes, there hadn't been anything going on.
Anyways.
And I even tried to refresh it. So.
Anyways,
I don't know.
Or
what's
we're
going
that
on.
boring.
Sorry, guys. Yeah.
Don't say sorry, guys. Oh, well, somebody said, you said breaker break. Oh my God.
Breaker.
It's time to go. All right. This is Peters.
All right. PSA. If you
Larry's working.
It's so grip.
if you pick or peel your toenails or fingernails and leave them in people's cars, you are a disgusting human. How hard is it to not peel off a part of your body while in my car? Like JFC, stop being trash.
Okay, what is Jesus fucking Christ?
Yeah.
Oh, that's bad.
That's bad, okay?
Stop being trash.
Brian from Oiluber, we're just in awe. No, you're all dead to me now. No one's talking. That's it. Broadcast over.
You know, that one reminds me of a guy that I picked up over on the Northwest side. I picked him up twice. And both times when I was turning the corner.
Same guy that you tried to not pick up all the time?
No, different guy. He's on the west side.
Ivory.
Yeah, Ivory.
Both times I had to make a right-hand turn. So I look, and out of the corner of my eye, dude's got his phone and hand on his groin area.
So you can't move on?
Both times. But yeah,
the same guy?
The same guy.
Oh.
Yep.
Did you report him?
No.
Oh, that's even worse.
I didn't turn and look and say, hey man, you grabbing your balls or you just happen to have your hand, you know? Because some people
come on, you got a dash cam, you'd be like, what the?
I couldn't see.
Oh, you couldn't confirm if it was.
Right.
Yeah, I was going to ask, what's the weirdest thing that people have done in your car? I mean, just like gross stuff like toenails. I've heard people like painting nails.
I definitely had a close sex experience. Not me, but people doing it in my car.
Are you sure?
Oh, yeah.
I had a girl that was, and I put a video of this on my Instagram, but she was like putting in weave.
What?
Cutting her hair.
Putting it in?
Yeah.
Well, but you have to cut your hair?
She was like cutting hair. She was doing something. Like she was like she was definitely cutting.
Did you report it?
I dropped her off and I pulled around the corner and I got out and there wasn't a single hair anywhere.
What, did she pick them all up?
She must have picked them all up.
A little vacuum.
I mean, I looked. I was like, this girl is like doing her hair in my car. Like I was expecting to find stuff everywhere. There was nothing.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't really have any stories of like anything happening.
You got to go out during the daytime.
Yeah.
That's when all the weird stuff happens.
This was the ride out to College Town, and they moved halfway out there. They moved from the middle seat to the back seat.
Oh yeah.
You
got that van.
They were doing something that was
the Vanture doesn't quite get to the back.
No, it's not all the way back there, but yeah. I'm thinking about getting the new version of the Vanture though, because it's a bigger screen, better camera.
Yeah,
I don't know, but only if I start driving.
And then you got the rear camera. Now it's rear for the outside, so if you get rear-ended or whatever. But yeah, it's nice. I know I haven't finished that review yet.
So Carol Martini, thank you so much for tuning in tonight.
Carol. Yeah, I didn't know what Carol's last name was.
I don't know either, but she's apparently Martini.
Yeah. I'm really stoked for Zoom. So I know we talked about it earlier, but come to Grand Rapids, sign up, everyone sign up. So I think that's it, y'all. We got anything else?
I think that's
I turned the air on.
Feels good.
I know. It gets so damn hot in here. I got to figure out some ventilation.
You're not so hot anymore.
Oh, I'm hot. Check my undercarriage.
Ding.
Oh, yeah.
You have to go there.
Why'd you hit the table? That's so loud on the podcast.
Well, because you have to go there.
Oh, my gosh.
All the time.
All right, y'all. I got no music
guys.
tonight. Please subscribe to the podcast and all that fun stuff.
Sign up to be a Patreon. Come on, support us.
Jesper's tough talking. Sign up for Patreon. Damn it.
Carol says, can't wait to come to Grand Rapids.
I know, man. I'm telling you.
Hey, Carol, come to the picnic next year.
Oh, gee. Are you really promoting the picnic for next August already?
Of course I am. That'd be the third year in a row.
As soon as this stupid COVID's over, we got to have a get together. Like, absolutely. Just to maybe go to Pepino's.
I would say we're supposed to have that Pepino's get together.
Yes. Vito's?
No, not Vito's. I know. I kept telling you. I kept pushing back the date, and then I gave up. And you're like, "Hey, bro, this is supposed to be like last week." I'm like, "It's COVID. Like, just delete it." Like, jeez. All right, guys. Have a good night.
Yep.
Thanks listening,
guys.
watching, and all that fun stuff.
Bye-bye.